So in the I have this I'm wondering about shooting stars and in the flat earth cosmology in the domed theology, so it's a glass dome as far as we know. But what do we mean by glass? I mean, anyway, so I have this theory that shooting stars are not random, and that they're kind of like a clock that you can, if you go out tonight and you see a shooting star in the southeast at 3:30 in the morning, or 10:30, 11:30 at night, whatever, that if you come back in a year, you'll see the exact same shooting star. Now, I haven't tested this yet. I think, I don't know why I haven't tested, but I need to. It's kind of hard to go outside under the stars every night for me, because yeah, because it just is. I think what we need to do is we need to get a group of people to log shooting stars. So we need to get like a Facebook group, and it'd be kind of a funny Facebook group, because you would start the Facebook group now, but you wouldn't get any action until a year later, because it would be everybody logging in what they've seen now, and then to see if the same star is seen a year later. Now, wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be interesting if, I mean, the Earth has already been proven flat, but if we could prove that shooting stars happen precisely at a certain time every 365 days, boom. That we don't live on a ball. We're not hurtling through space. The shooting star, the flat water proves the flat Earth. I think that's the best one. But the shooting stars, if the shooting stars happen precisely, if they're part of a machine and a cycle every 365 days, then that's it. The shooting star. I wonder what they really should be called. I don't know if they even should be called shooting stars, because, well, I guess that's okay. Shooting stars, shooting from what? And I have a hunch. I saw a really big shooting star in September, and it was, I guess it was north, northwest, north, and it was huge. It was like really big, and it was green, and it went down to the horizon, and I should have recorded it. I should have recorded the exact time, and then looked at that time a year later. It was around September 5th. But that's what we got to do. We got to have people, whenever you're out in the desert or wherever you see a shooting star, record it. Look up from where you are, and if it's like right there, okay, that's north. I mean, as long as you have the general direction and the time is what is most important. If shooting stars happen at the exact time and the exact place, the Bible is true. There is a creator. We are in a machine. We are in a glorious, beautiful machine. NASA's done. NASA's gone. Modern education is gone. It's done. We never went to the moon. Because here's the deal. If shooting stars are happening in a specific place at a specific time, then that means there's no space. That means that we're covered by something, and then the shooting stars are a projection. They're like a but that's one thing that I've never heard about in the flat earth movement, is like, you never really hear much about shooting stars. You never really hear much about comets. Even the eclipses, nobody really goes into depth about what's really happening. My perspective does. Some other people have. But comets and shooting stars, they appear random. Well, I guess comets do. I guess comets come at a. Think about it. Comets are predictable, and they happen every 40 years or every 70 years. So we're told that we go around the sun, and then the comet's doing an ellipse. Oh man. And comets are made out of ice. Oh man. So what's going on? What's going on with shooting stars? Let's think about this for a minute. Like, a shooting star the shooting star is like energy. It's like energy. It's like a spark. Maybe shooting stars are needed. With the flat Earth cosmology, it seems like everything in the heavens is meant to affect us. Now, it might not be our body individually, but it seems like everything that happens in the heavens affects life on Earth. So it could affect plants or whatever. Maybe shooting stars are needed for the tides, for the air, for the plants, for the animals. Maybe the shooting stars are for specific plants. That would be interesting. Like, maybe there are certain plants that need a burst of energy from the shooting stars, because if you think about it, the shooting stars could be a different kind of energy than a sun energy. Because if you think about it, like your body, like, there's different processes going on in your body. There's like protein involved processes versus vitamins versus water processes versus electric processes. There's all these different processes going on in your body. And there's even dirt processes. If you think about it, every cell in your body is made of dirt. It's made out of minerals and electricity. So that's interesting. So what I'm saying is, I'm trying to think of what shooting stars are for in the flat earth model, in God's model. Are they to give energy? Are they needed for a burst of something, a burst of energy, a burst of light? I don't think they're just for our enjoyment. Maybe they are. God made a lot of things that are just for our enjoyment. Um, um, I'm having a hard time figuring that out. I'm sure there's some literature. Um, I'm sure there's some literature that we need. I'm sure I know Abraham would have something to say about that, because Abraham knew a lot about the heavens, and he even helped teach the Egyptians. I'm gonna ask some people. I'm gonna ask some Egyptologists about that, and then I'll make another video.